Hello there, my name is Christina Nielsen and I am the Technology Librarian at the Baxter Patrick James Island branch, and I'm coming to you today to discuss some of the email scams that are out there, specifically 5, and some ways that we can combat them and how we can recognize them so that we can protect ourselves while we use our computers at home. Okay, so let's jump right in. If an email looks strange, it's likely a scam. Have you ever received an email from a company and there were spelling errors in the company's title, the grammar seems a little bit off, or the email address has nothing to do with the company contacting you? As an example, the emails say it's from Wells Fargo Bank, but the email address of the sender is from a Gmail or a Yahoo account. These are called phishing emails with a PH, trying to gain access to your personal information. Scammers will attempt to get information about you and possibly about members of your family from your computer through attachments in the email or even by requesting a reply with detailed personal information. A reputable company will never ask you for your address, bank account, or your password via email. It's always best to simply delete these emails and never open an attachment from a sender that you do not expect to send you something or one that you do not recognize. Here's an example of an email that I personally received while I was getting ready to create this video. You will see that I have circled in red the areas that give a good indication that this is probably a scam email. The email address is a lot of gibberish followed by a foreign sounding provider. This one says serviceur.co. That's not a common email address that we would have here in the United States. There's also a lot of errors in punctuation, which is another sign, as well as giving a vague time frame to act. The company, in this case, Amazon, will never send this type of email to their customers, and if there is ever a doubt, contact the company directly. Okay, so next is to think about the email that you've received before you act on it. Usually an email that tells you have to act right now or by tomorrow from your bank, credit card company, or another vital service like the IRS or Medicare will likely be a scam, similar to the previous slide where Amazon wanted you to react within 24 hours. Any legitimate correspondence will be dated with a telephone number to make that contact. These types of agencies may reach out to you to let you know that there may be an issue, such as a possible duplicate charge on your credit card, but will also ask that you contact them over the telephone and will never ever request a response through email. It's always best to call to be sure that the request is legitimate. Another scam that has popped up quite often is that you've won the lottery. Unfortunately, the odds are against you winning an online lottery. If you have never played the lottery for which you're receiving an email, but they're asking for your bank account to transfer your winnings, please don't. This will only result in your bank account later having a zero balance. Okay, so next, do you really have that great uncle in Ireland that left you some money? Every once in a while, a scam crops up where people will ask for money to handle that long-lost relative's estate. Never, ever send money to someone, especially if they ask through unusual means such as Bitcoin, a wire service, Google Play, and these are just a few examples. Think about it first. Does this scenario sound plausible? This type of scam, which started initially in the 1990s, was called the Nigerian prince scam, where the person sending the email would claim to be a member of African royalty. They would later send you part of their vast fortune in appreciation if you would just send them a small sum, usually a few $100s, to handle opening an American bank account on their behalf, or they would even request to use your bank account to transfer the funds out of the country. Sadly, this would only result in an empty bank account with no way to recover the lost money. Other similar scams that are cropping up are some that may sound more realistic, like a member of the military in Iraq needing you to send a prepaid game card to their child for a birthday on their behalf, or a long-lost uncle in a European country that left you their entire estate since you're their sole heir. If someone, especially a stranger, is asking you for money or any type of personal information, especially your social security number, it is not legitimate. So here's an example of a newer scam that has cropped up and has been reported to the Federal Trade Commission, is one that is asking you to take a limited time survey in exchange for a free prize. This email looks as though it could be from Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, or Johnson & Johnson, who are the makers of the COVID-19 vaccines. At the end, they request for you to enter your bank account or credit card number for the cost of shipping for your free prize. Another scam, also in relation to COVID-19, is saying that the Federal Trade Commission acting chairwoman, Rebecca Slaughter, is going to send you COVID relief benefits, and all you have to do to claim yours is to enter your bank account information. The FTC does not distribute any funds. That is all entirely up to the IRS. And again, they will not ask you for your personal or banking information. These are just more examples of phishing emails, so remember not to click on those links. If you ever receive an email and believe it to be a scam, you can report it to the Federal Trade Commission at reportfraud.ftc.gov, and you can even forward those nasty little emails to reportphishing@apwg.org. The FTC website has some great resources on how to avoid email, text, phone, and other scams, and their website is www.ftc.gov. Of course, if you have any questions about any of these, you can always feel free to visit your Charleston County Public Library branch for further assistance. Okay, so let's do a quick review. If the email seems out of the ordinary, it's probably a scam. So if you see those spelling and grammatical errors, that should be your warning lights going off to not open anything in that email. Think before you act. Please don't ever give anybody else your information, and don't click on any links from any suspicious emails. Never, ever, ever, ever send money or give out any personal information to an unknown source. And finally, if you have concerns, contact the company that emailed you. And you can always contact the Federal Trade Commission if you have questions as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and have a wonderful day.